What's up, guys? Stas here. So Dogecoin, I've gotten so many questions about it. Stas, are you buying Dogecoin, selling Dogecoin? What are your thoughts on SNL, Elon Musk? So I figured, let me make this quick video. I'll give you all a little backstory on what happened with me and my Robinhood account here, which, by the way, I never use. So we'll talk about that in a second. And we're going to just go over my thoughts about Dogecoin and the psychology behind it. And I'm no crypto expert by any stretch of the imagination, guys. I'm not a crypto guy. I own Bitcoin. That's the extent of the crypto I own. I mean, other than the little Dogecoin here. And you guys know I'm more of a stock market guy, but enough with the talk. Let's get into this video and go over my thoughts on Dogecoin. So first and foremost, this is my Robinhood account. Dogecoin is up 900% in the past month, 700% in the past 3 months, over 24,000% in the past year, and brace yourselves for this, over the past 5 years, up over 300,000%, and today alone, guys, it's down 8%, so from 70 cents earlier in the day, if you guys were watching it, I've been watching this thing like a hawk, let me tell you, it was over 70 cents, now it's sitting at 65 cents, and funny little backstory here, I never use Robinhood, right? I use mostly Fidelity, M1 Finance, WeBull. I like those three, so I never use Robinhood, and I opened it up a couple days ago after months of not touching the app, and I had some money on the account. I was like, hey, I have 50 bucks here, so I ended up buying 78 Doge or Doge coins, whatever you want to call it, and I bought them at I think 62 cents for the big chunk, the initial chunk of $35, which in the grand scheme of things is really nothing, guys, obviously. Well, if you bought about a year ago, that 35 could be a couple thousand now, but I didn't do that. I'm buying at maybe even the peak, and we'll talk about that in a little bit, so stay tuned. So I bought at about 62 cents, then I actually bought the dip, BTFD, baby, let's go. I bought the dip at, what was it, 55 cents, so my average cost on Dogecoin right now is 59 cents. I'm up about 10%, and you guys can see that right here, right? I'm currently up a whopping $5. So what are my thoughts on Dogecoin? And again, I'm not a crypto expert by any stretch of the imagination, and from my understanding and from my research, look, Dogecoin is a cryptocurrency, obviously, right? And there's big differences between Dogecoin and Bitcoin. We know with Bitcoin, it's a deflationary currency, right? We know there's only going to be 21 million Bitcoin. We know how many are being mined every day. You know, I don't know the number, obviously, from the top of my head, but there's a number that it's predictable, you know, every day, every year, this many is going to be mined into the future, and this gives Bitcoin that finite value. It's not infinite, right? And from my understanding, Dogecoin is pretty much infinite. So for Dogecoin to continue going up in price, more and more people are going to have to keep buying it every year pretty much. It needs to be massively adopted, and let me know in the comments if I'm wrong, but for my, again, research, and I'm pretty new, I'm not new to Bitcoin. I mean, I bought it in 2017, but I'm gonna be honest, crypto's not my focus, so I could be missing something here, but from my understanding, right, Dogecoin, it's not the best when it comes to, you know, an inflationary hedge, kind of like Bitcoin has become now, at least the digital version of it, right? Because it's not infinite, and that is a flaw, I'd say, in Dogecoin. And who knows, maybe it can become a currency, and one thing I guess that's good about Dogecoin is it's better as a currency compared to Bitcoin. That's another thing that I've heard and that I've researched, and I'm sure you guys have heard that as well. So they each have their pros and cons. I'm not making this a Bitcoin versus Dogecoin video, but I'm just using Bitcoin as a reference, right? Because it is the top dog crypto out there. And the thing about Dogecoin, guys, I mean, it started as a joke. You guys know this. It started as a joke, and then all of a sudden, through the dog, the branding, right, the meme and meme culture, this became a nationwide global thing, right? Especially here in the US, Dogecoin, it's blown up. Just the brand with Elon Musk tweeting it, celebrities, and now tonight, and you're watching this at 6 p.m. on the East Coast, something like that, whenever I release it, but I am going to released this video before SNL. Tonight, what we could see, there's many things that we can see, and this goes into the market psychology, right? And this is stuff that I've learned from the stock market, not necessarily the crypto market, but you could apply this stuff to not only the markets and the stock market, but in crypto markets, and you could apply this to a lot of markets because psychology works pretty similarly in these different fields. And no, I'm not a doctor or psychologist, but these are just my thoughts, right? So let's get into it. So one thing I think that could happen is everybody and their grandmother thinks that Elon Musk is going to do a skit, mention Dogecoin on SNL, and it's going to run to $1. Everybody's thinking this, and everybody is thinking they're going to sell at $1. And one thing that I've learned in the stock market, that is, if everybody thinks that something's going to happen, usually, not always, but usually the opposite happens. So if everyone thinks it's going to go to $1, what if it crashes because of this? Or what if something crazy happens? It might not go to $1. Who knows? A massive whale might sell out of their position before Saturday Night Live, and there goes the domino effect. It's going to start a big selling frenzy, and who knows? Maybe it sells off into Saturday Night Live. But what I think is more likely to happen is we might rally into Saturday Night Live. We're going to rally into it in hopes of this mentioning of Dogecoin. And if it doesn't get mentioned, then we'll crash after Saturday Night Live probably. And if it does get mentioned, who knows? Maybe there is a little hype around, close to $1. Maybe it doesn't even run to $1. I'm thinking it goes maybe 70, 80, 90 cents. I'd be shocked if it went to $1. But maybe it rises a little bit. It stays there. But ultimately, I think we're going to see some sort of sell-off. And I'm not saying Dogecoin is going to die. It's over. For all we know, we sell off a bit here, and then 6 months down the line, we're at $2. That could happen. I mean, who am I to say that can't happen? But, what I think is more realistic is we have a lot of hype right now going into SNL, and it very well could go 75, 80, 90 cents. Easily could happen, right? We've seen things like that happen before. But as the hype around SNL wears off, maybe we don't get a huge pop in social media activity, which, that's kind of unrealistic. If they do mention it in SNL, there's going to be a huge pop in social media activity. But as this wears off in the next couple of weeks, maybe we do get a 50% correction. Maybe we do get a 30% correction. These things happen. Look in the past month, and you guys can see here on April 19th, Dogecoin hit a then high of 41 cents, and then literally 4 days later, it was at 25 cents. That's a drop of 30-40%. So this could easily happen, in my humble opinion, after SNL here. Whether or not they mention it, whether or not they do mention it, I think there is going to be a sell-off afterwards. And let's say the technicals played out beautifully, which does not always happen. Let's be honest, that doesn't happen all the time. But let's say in this instance, that happened. You know what would be great? Let's say Dogecoin were to run to, let's say, 75, 80 cents, for example, and it ended up pulling back to test that high from the 19th of April. Maybe not all the way down to 40 cents because that would be a 50% drop from 80 to 40 cents. That'd be pretty drastic, but I feel like from 80 cents, 90 cents down to about 50 cents, 55 cents, that would be a healthy pullback that could allow more buyers to step in, very similar to what we saw when it pulled back from 40 cents to 25 cents and then took off to 70 cents, which just happened very recently here. So those are some thoughts. And guys, let me clear this up. This is not an investment, right? This is not investing advice. This is pure speculation. This is a gamble, which is why, let me be honest with you guys here again, I haven't bought any Dogecoin up until 2 days ago when I saw my Robinhood account that I didn't really check in for months, right? That's the only reason I bought it. It's because that money was pretty much gone anyway. I didn't know I had it, so I figured let me just throw it into Dogecoin to have some fun. And while we're at it, let's buy a little bit more. I have $1.16 available. That's funny. So I might as well buy a little bit more here. How much can I even buy? Probably not even one Dogecoin. So, or yeah, one Dogecoin I can buy. I thought I could buy two, but no, I don't have enough for two. I'll buy one more Dogecoin here. Let's do it together, guys. Oh, what the heck is that, guys? Dogecoin orders have to be at least $1.34. What the heck? I guess I can't buy anymore, but overall, this is what I'm riding with right now, guys. $51 worth, 59-cent average, 78 Dogecoin, currently up 11%. So we'll wrap it up there. I'll see you all later. It's time to retire. I mean, hey, it's time to retire. I made a killing on my Dogecoin here. So if you all enjoyed the video, hit the like button, subscribe, get your free stocks down below. Check out my Patreon as well, and I'll see you all in the next one.